Hello everyone, my name is Imade Brahmanudayana with student ID number 2015654039 from class 3A Tax Accounting, Bali State Polytechnic. In this video, I will explain how to filling out Form 1721A1 and Tax Payment Letter or SSP. But before we starting, I would like to say thank you for Inyamat Abdi as a teaching lecturer and Ide Bagus Widi Aksiano as a practicing lecturer. Okay, now I will explain how to fill it out. Let's go.
Okay, this is a display from Form 1721A1, which is where the form will be filled with the name of the information and income received by each employee who works at PT Sinar Dewata. Okay, for the top section, we can fill the column number, which in Excel, we can use the formula a combination of left, mid, and right with the VLOOKUP formula. For the first column, in the number section, I use the left and VLOOKUP formula. Then, for the second column, we can use the mid and VLOOKUP formula. And for the third column, we can use the right and VLOOKUP formula. For the third columns onward using the VLOOKUP formula, to fill the VLOOKUP value in this, I create a data validation which can be used to make it easier for us to change the employee names and the nominal we have made on the payroll employees. So we don't have to change manual name and income for each employee. And then for the NPWP section of the cutter, we can also use the combined formula as the same filling in the column numbers above. Then for the section with the name of the cutter, we only use the simple formula which is the same as then connected to the company sheet, because there is only one cutter name. Then on the identity of the income recipient that is deducted. For filling in the NPWP, the formula used is also the same as filling in the previous NPWP. But in this section, the data used is the NPWP data for company employees. Then, for the column name, address, and position name, I use the VLOOKUP formula. Then, for gender and employee status, here I use the combined if and VLOOKUP formula, which when I change the name of the employee who has been linked to the employee list, if the name and gender of the employee is male or female, it will automatically contain an X in the column. Then, for the employee status, here I use three formulas, namely if, left, mid, right, and VLOOKUP, which is where the if formula is used to determine whether the employee belongs to K or TK status. Then left, mid, and right is used to retrieve numbers related to the employee status. And the VLOOKUP formula is used to retrieve data that has been provided in the employee list. And then further for filling in income details and calculating income tax Article 21. For filling this time, we only use the VLOOKUP formula. First, to fill in the retirement salary, we use the VLOOKUP formula. Then, we take data on the PBH 21 sheet in the fifth table, namely the retirement salary table. Then for the benefits, we connect it with the PPH21 sheet, the sixth table, namely the PPH21 allowance table. Then for other benefits, we connect with sheet PPH21. The seventh table is the table for other benefits. For the part of the form that is not contained in the PPH21 sheet, we will leave it blank. Then, for insurance premiums, we add up the 8th and 9th table in the PPH21 sheet, namely the JKK insurance premium table plus the premium BPJS insurance. Then for the bonus, we connect it with the 10th table PPH sheet 21, namely the THR or bonus table. Then for the gross income, we add up the data that we have input from pension salaries to bonuses so that we get the gross income. And then for the reduction, here I only fill in the data on the part of the office fee, which we connect with the sheet PPH21 in the 12th table, namely the table of office fees. For the reduction, we add up the cost of office with pension contribution. Then, fill in the calculation of the income tax article 21. For the amount of net income we get from the reduction in gross income and the amount of reduction. For the amount of annualized net income, we use the VLOOKUP formula, then connect it with the PPH21 sheet in table 17, namely the net income table for a year. Then, for PTKP, we connect it to the PPH21 sheet in the 18th table, namely the PTKP table. Then, for a year PKP, we also connect it to the 19th table PPH21 sheet, which is the rounded PPH table for a year. Then for 21 years income tax, we also connect it to the 21 PPH sheet in the table 21, which is the PPH21 table for a year. Then for the PPH21 article 21 audit, we also connect it with the PPH sheet 21, the 23 table, namely the PPH21 table for the period audit. And finally, for filling in the PPH21 which has been deducted, which is the same as PPH21 for the period audit. For identity, the formula cutter, we use the same as filling in the NPWP of the slicer and the name of the slicer. After filling out Form 1721A1, we continue to fill out the tax deposit form or SSP. In the SSP, there are 5 types of data, namely for the taxpayer archive, tax for the KPPN, then to be reported by the taxpayer to the KPP, then for the reception, bank or post office or Giro, and the last one is for levy, archive and other parties. Okay, for filling out this SSP, just like Form 1721A1, I use data validation to make it easier to change the name and number of employee NPWP. For filling in the NPWP, before we use the combined formula left, mid, right, and VLOOKUP, where for filling in this SSP, it is also the same, but the filling must be done one by one. For the name and address of the WP, we use the VLOOKUP formula, which is connected to the PPH21 sheet. For the tax account code, we fill in the number 41121, and for the deposit type code, we fill in the number 200. For the tax period, we enter it in December manually, and the tax year we fill in the current tax year. Then for the payment amount, we use the VLOOKUP formula, then connect it to the 23rd table PPH21 sheet, namely the 21st PPH sheet for the period over. To be counted, we use the proper and spelled formula, which is where the proper formula function to make the first letter in each word is capitalized. Then the formula is calculated to make nominal number of a payment amount becomes a sentence that states the nominal. To get the calculated formula, you can see in the video link that I have given in the description column. Then formula is at the end of the video in the description link. Lastly, for the name of the recipient from the office and the taxpayer is filled in according to the name of the person who fills out or is related to the filling of the SSP. Okay, that's all from my explanation regarding filling out Form 1721A1 and the tax deposit letter. Thank you for watching.